questions that my generations are asking are the following, if I may summarize. It is not understanding how Africa, with so many riches on our soil, with a generous nature of water, abundant sunshine. Africa is today the poorest continent. Africa is a hungry continent. And how is it that we, as heads of state, travel the world begging? These are questions we are asking ourselves, and for which we have no answers so far. We have the opportunity to forge new relationships.
Now, if you are an African and you've not been asking this question, this man just asked in this particular video, I will play the full video, but try to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your comment at the comment section, and try to follow me on my page as well, so that anytime I drop video, you're gonna be the first to see it. If you are not asking yourself this question for a long time now, why is it that Africa is blessed with all mineral resources? Do you know that Africa is the only continent that is blessed with almost all mineral resources you can see anywhere? Any mineral resources you can mention, you can find it in Africa. But why is it that they always say that Africa is poor? Africa is the poorest continent in the world. They have been saying it, and our leaders are doing it. Not that in real time that Africa is poor, but it's that the mindset of our leaders that is making the thing be like that. If we didn't ask such question now, and if we didn't do anything now, our own children shall also ask us this question. Why is it that Africa is blessed but is poor? Is it poor management of the leaders or for our own? What's really happening? Just watch this video to the end and you get the full gist about this. And remember to do the needful. And remember, humble self, the Eichmann. Peace and love. Don't play, guys.
And I hope these relationships can be the best to provide a better future for our peoples. My generation also asks me to say that due to this poverty, they are forced to cross the ocean to try to reach Europe. But soon, they will not cross, because they will come to our palaces to seek their daily sustenance. As for Burkina Faso, today we have been facing for more than 8 years the most barbaric, the most violent form of neocolonialism, of imperialism. The slavery that they still tend to impose on us. Our predecessors taught us one thing well. The slave who is not capable of assuming his revolt does not deserve pity for his fate. We do not pity ourselves, and we do not ask anyone to pity us. The Burkinabe people have decided to fight against the terrorists in order to revive their development. In this struggle, brave peoples, courageous populations have committed to taking up arms against terrorism. Those whom we have affectionately called the VDP, the volunteers. We are surprised to see the imperialists label these VDP as militias and all sorts of things. It's disappointing, because in Europe, when people take up arms to defend their homeland, they are called patriots. Our grandfathers were deported to save Europe. It was not with their consent, against their will. And well, upon their return, we remember well that in Traore, when they wanted to claim their basic rights, they were massacred. So it doesn't matter then. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as a militia. But that is not the problem. The problem is seeing African heads of state who bring nothing to these people who are fighting, but who sing the same tune as the imperialists by labeling us as a militia, by calling us people who do not respect human rights. What human rights are we talking about? We are outraged by this, and it is shameful. We, African heads of state, must stop behaving like puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings. Yesterday, President Vladimir Putin announced the sending of grains to Africa. We are very pleased. We thank him for that. But also, it is a message sent to our African heads of state, because at the next forum, we should not come here without having ensured for those who do not know war, the food self-sufficiency of our peoples. We must learn from the experience of those who have already achieved this in Africa, build good relationships here, and foster better relations with the Russian Federation to meet the needs of our populations. I may not be long, the allotted time is very short. We are obliged to stop at some point, but I would like to conclude by saying that we must pay tribute to our peoples who are fighting.